it's a important moment in history, I think. We have lots of work to do on Route 59. We're going to widen it to 3 lanes each way. We had to work on important things like the walls along the road. It took some time to do that, not only the noise abatement walls, but I think we had about 20 plus walls, containing walls, that had to be concluded and constructed and put together right. So that allows us now to work on the road. It's already begun. We see this over the next little bit of time, certainly between now and next year, making significant progress. We have to understand that Aurora is our 2nd largest city in population in Illinois. Naperville is 5th largest city in the state of Illinois in population. When you put the 2 together, it's second to none when it comes to people who travel north and south. We've got to make sure the connection is 21st century ready. Our state is investing literally millions of dollars thanks to the great effort of these 2 mayors. I want to really personally thank both not only Tom Weisner but also George Pradle. They work so well together. It's a pleasure to work with them. They're always looking for ways to help their community and help the people in their community and the businesses in their community. And it's important that we understand that investing is the key part of growing. Unless we invest in transportation that's 21st century ready with respect to safety, reducing congestion, lowering emissions, making sure we get things done in a 21st century way. This road's going to connect, as you know, to I-88, and we're going to use a diverging diamond exchange. I don't know all the engineering related to that, but I know it's good. It's going to make things better. Less congestion. I don't think people really enjoy waiting in traffic for the cars to pass through. We want more time spent with people and with their families and their opportunity to go to work, to go to school, to go to shop, whatever the case might be. And so we do have to, as the state of Illinois, make important investments. When I became governor, we hadn't done this in 10 years in our state, a whole decade. And within 10 weeks, we got a bill passed, Illinois Jobs Now, that I signed into law that really gives us the resources to make these investments. And Route 59 has been, as somebody who grew up in DuPage County many years ago, I understand how important things have changed. These roads now have to be made ready for the population, the vehicles of this century. And I think it's important that our state make those investments. And someone who has been with us every step of the way is Mayor Tom Weisner of the city of Aurora, the city of lights, electric lights. They began in Aurora as far as the city goes, and we're going to make more innovations in the future. So Tom, why don't you take it from there? Okay?
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you, Governor. Well, it's my pleasure to be out here today, doubly so because it's such a beautiful day. And so it's a beautiful day to celebrate progress, and that's exactly what we're seeing here along Route 59. I have to thank both the governor and IDOT for taking on this project, expediting the process, and being so far underway with construction that we now have an opening to look forward to in the not very distant future. And it's nice to see us entering phase 2. The last time I looked, outside of Chicago, the Naperville-Aurora commercial corridor along Route 59 here was the busiest #1 revenue generating corridor, commercial corridor in Illinois. And so it's a critical thing for our economy, not just in terms of retail sales, but in terms of construction here, providing jobs for our trades, improving our infrastructure so that shoppers have a great opportunity to access such a wonderful 3 or 4 miles worth of stores right along this corridor. So I'm really very pleased with the progress here. I also want to thank IDOT and the governor as well for the work on the Ogden Avenue overpass, which they took up immediately and have made great progress with that as well. So we're being, I think, taken care of very well in this area by Governor Quinn, by IDOT, and the future is very bright because of their efforts. But I do want to introduce Mayor Pradle, who's been a great partner working together, and I'll say that Aurora pitched in and worked to make sure Route 59 improvements happen, but Mayor Pradle was the spark plug behind the whole thing, and I want to introduce him now if I could. Thank you.
All right, well,
Mayor?
All right, George.
Well, thank you, Mayor Tom Weisner from Aurora. He looks so good with that new cut. That's why it's so nice to be out here in this warm sunshine. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming as we pause for a moment to reflect on the progress of the Route 59 expansion program. I would like to acknowledge a few people in the audience today, and this is a total surprise to me, but my dear wife is here to my left, and my daughter Carol. A total surprise. When I left the house this morning, I didn't know she was coming. She just told me that the governor had called her this last week, and she got to talk to him. She wanted to meet him face to face, so Carol brought her out here today. So thank you for being here. We're very excited to have had the governor here today, and we appreciate all of his comments. He is no stranger to Naperville or Aurora. A long time ago, Tom Weisner and I did videos begging the state to have a capital bill and work on Route 59 here, because we knew that that was going to be a real need in the future. And I also want to introduce a couple of people here that are my colleagues, and they are on the City Council: Judy Broadhead, Steve Jericho, Bob Fiesler, Paul Hinterlong, Doug Kraus, Joe McElroy, Grant Worley, David Wentz. Reconstructing Route 59 through Naperville has been one of our primary goals for many years. We understand that our residents and businesses depend on this highway for their livelihood. Route 59 brings moms and dads to and from jobs that support their families, and it gives business owners a convenient location to open their doors to support our local economy. Improving traffic control and flow is so important to the city that we have made it one of our strategic goals over the next 4 years. And expanding Route 59 is a critical part of reaching that goal. While this project has not reached its end point, this is a chance to take a step back and see how far we've come. We can see the beginnings of the 3 lanes in each direction that the construction project will provide, and we can see the first hints of the exciting diverging diamond interchange, which will improve traffic flow on and off of Interstate 88. When all is said and done, we will have an improved roadway, improved intersections, and improved access to the expressways that are at the heart of the Chicago region. We know that this is hard work, and effort has been made and will pay off towards the end of 2015, when the project will be complete, with almost 50,000 vehicles traveling on Route 59 per day. I know this expansion project will truly be a win-win for Naperville and Aurora. So I want to thank the governor again, and I want to thank Mayor Tom Weisner for being here, and all of you that are here. We are going to make this happen, and we're going to be a win-win situation, and it's because we work together. And it's another reason that when we send messages down to the state, the governor especially listens and brings the work back to us and makes it happen. So Governor Quinn, thanks for being here today. We appreciate you. We are going to make this happen.
All right, George. Well, you stand by here, George. Thank you, Mayor Prado. What a guy. What a friendly man. And as he just said, nearly 50,000 vehicles a day go by. We're going to invest $96 million. It's going to be 1,250 construction jobs to get this job done in the coming year. And it's very, very important we do it for safety at all times and making sure we reduce emissions and give people a little more time with their families. So this is a really big deal. And I really enjoy working with Tom and George. They're down-to-earth people. I grew up in DuPage County, not too far from here, and I've spent a lot of time out this way. And George Prado, in particular, as you know, is retiring as mayor. Come on forward here, George. And he's a United States Marine. And once a Marine, always a Marine. And the motto of the United States Marine Corps is Semper Fidelis. Semper Fidelis. Semper Fi. That means always faithful. And George Prado, you've always been faithful to everybody. You have a big heart. You understand that there's no Republican roads or Democratic roads. They're Illinois roads. They belong to Naperville. They belong to Aurora. They belong to everyday people who are the heart and soul of our country, and especially those who answer the call to duty. And we've been in sad times here in Naperville. We've lost a lot of service members from both Aurora and Naperville who gave their lives for our country, for our opportunity to travel and to vote, all the important things in life, to help our neighbor. And so I thought, as long as I was out here and you're retiring, but we're not going to let you be retired. You're just retiring as mayor for a little while. Maybe you'll run for governor someday, who knows?
No.
All right, so we're going to have a proclamation here. That's one of the duties as governor. And your wife, Pat, beloved wife, Pat, you're surrounded by two Pats. Can't go wrong. Two Pats are better than one. Two Pats are better than one. But George Pradle, you're a dedicated public servant. You've been here, well, in the Naperville Police Department for 29 years, retired before becoming mayor, and you've helped us in so many ways with the tollway, with all the things you've done with the our service members and as well as our police officers across Illinois. You are a man of deep faith, and you believe that service to others is the rent we pay for our place on God's earth, and you've more than paid your rent. I'll tell you that, George. You're a man of unbounded energy, a loving man, a loving husband of more than 50 years to your wife, Pat, and to your three beautiful children, George and Gary and Carol. Thank you so much. So the people of Illinois on this day want to recognize a special Illinoisan, one of our very best, the best of the best. So today's October 27, 2014. This is Mayor George Pradle Day. Long may it live. Good, right? It surprised you, huh? I hope we surprised you, George. You got to say a word or two, okay? Just a word or two. All right.
Yeah, I never expected this. They said, make sure you're on time, and we're going to put you last. And I thought, wow, I'm last. I like to introduce the governor. And then when I saw my wife here, I thought, wow, that's kind of wonderful that she's here. But she said, I want to meet the governor and get a picture because I talked to him the other day. So here, I'm so blessed actually to have my wife here with me, but to have the governor and Pat Quinn. Thank you. I will cherish this, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. This isn't Route 59. This isn't George Pradle. It's Route 59 we're here from about. Thank you, Governor. Thank you.
All right, very good. Okay, Pat, I'll get on one side. You